So guys, I'm back at the farm today with another video. Like I said, I was going to share a step-by-step process of how I'm rebuilding the farm. As you can see behind me there, that's the chicken house that I'm currently building. Like I said, it measures about 20 meters by 8 meters, and we're looking to put at least about 2,000 broilers over there. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nkosi, aka the Farm Hustler. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a farmer, I've been doing this thing since 2018. I did take a hiatus, haven't been in the farming industry for a while. Obviously, I mean, COVID happened, a lot of things happened. But anyway, the point is to share my story. Like I said, I'm rebuilding the farm and I want everybody to really see a step-by-step process so that if you are in a position of you wish to do what I'm doing, you can have a step-by-step guide of what I'm doing. So today we actually have a tractor here in the farm that I'm renting. I rented this tractor. We're clearing out the land, obviously as a biosecurity measure. Um, you know, we're clearing out the land. The grass was so grown. What we want to do is make sure that there's no rodents, there's no ants, things that are could be like a biosecurity risk. So um, yeah, that's what we're doing today. As you can see, behind me, the tractor is right there, doing its thing. So we're clearing up the grass in this entire place. So so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a walkthrough, showing you everything. As you can see, that entire space behind me right there is actually been cleared, still working. The tractor has been here. So right now we're basically just working on the ground. We're still gonna wreck this place up so that it becomes smooth and clean. Um, yeah. So also I'll be showing you the actual, as you can see behind me there, that's the building right there. We've got the staff quarters and we're currently building our chicken abattoir there. So yeah, very interesting. I'm gonna do the video showing you the abattoir, how I'm building the abattoir, the equipment in the abattoir, the requirements, how to get the abattoir sort of like certified and everything. So I'm really doing this thing guidelines, according to guidelines, according to the requirements. Yeah, but as you guys can see, all of this land has been cleared. It's been cleared and we're still clearing. Very important to have your land cleared. Like I said, birds can be susceptible to diseases due to these mice, termites, ants, rodents, all of those things. So this entire place. So what you see that right there behind me is the old chicken house. That's the old chicken house that you see there. I decided not to revamp it, but create a new one. So yeah, that's the chicken house, old chicken house. I'll see what I can do with that or the material. But this place behind me right here has all been cleared. It has all been cleared. The idea is to keep it as clean as possible so that should we decide to expand, we'll be able to have like a, a clean space where we can put another chicken house as big as the one that we just did there, 20 meters by 8 meters, and maybe add more. Yeah, so I'm also going to take you through so that you can see the building. So as I started here, I started off with I decided this time around I was going to do things differently. So what I did was I built my staff quarters first. Like I said, it's very important to have the people comfortable living in a very good and habitable place. So yes, so I built a 2-bedroom apartment, if you want to call it that. That allows my people to be comfortable, But at the same time, I also decided to do a chicken abattoir. Why did I do a chicken abattoir? Because it is very expensive to outsource the slaughtering. At the current rate, it's about 7 rand a bed in South African terms. So yeah, I'm in South Africa, Northwest to be precise. It's very hot, as you can see. I'm sweating hot. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm actually a guy who does not like middlemen. I don't like middlemen. So if I can do a thing by myself, I'd rather cut off the middleman. Hence the decision to build my own chicken abattoir. Also, we plan to actually do our own feed in-house. So yeah, we're gonna be grinding and mixing our own feed here so that we can maximize on profits. Because if you don't do that, broilers, the profit margins on broilers is not that high. So you want to make sure that you maximize on profits. Another thing that I'll say as well is that, well, I like to prepare beforehand. So we're gonna be starting with about 2,000 broilers. And one of the things that we did is we did our due diligence, our market research, managed to secure a client, one client who takes about 1,500 beds per month. So that side of things, as we speak, is sorted. So I'd advise that if you want to do something like this as well, make sure that you don't just put your beds. Make sure that you have someone who's willing to buy the beds from you. So you have the end goal in mind. By the time you start doing your beds, you know exactly who you're going to sell them to, who's going to buy your beds, instead of just buying these chickens and raising them, not knowing exactly who you're going to sell to. So yeah, I'm really excited about the abattoir because it's gonna have it's gonna allow us to slaughter chickens in a very clean, humane way, meaning that we actually are gonna be in compliance with the health standards. We've got state-of-the-art equipment as well. That's gonna come into that abattoir, which is something that I'm gonna share with you guys as well. So currently we are actually building the abattoir, still building, but we've managed to source the equipment. The equipment has arrived, so that part of the that side of the thing is sorted. So another thing as well is we actually, when I say we, it's because I actually work with teams. So I don't like to do everything by myself. I like to delegate. So I've got a team. I've got teams here. I've got teams. So at the end of the day, we actually do not want to raise our chicks or our chickens to supply somebody else. We're gonna be doing this as the, you know, like as a beginning or beginner type of thing. But ultimately, we also want to cut off that middleman. We want to do direct to consumer type of business where we actually sell our chickens to the end user, whether cooked, uncooked, but we actually planning to actually supply our chickens to the end user instead of supplying it to someone who then supplies to someone. However, we will start with that model right now, where we're going to supply someone who's going to supply someone, and then we're hoping that in the next 6 months or so we would have established ourselves enough to actually supply ourselves, if that makes sense. So like I said, with broilers the profit margins are very low. So what you want to do is you want to own the entire value chain. So guys, this is going to be an exciting journey. Like, I don't know how it's going to turn around. I have faith. I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of faith. So I believe it's going to turn out the way I've intended it to turn out, which is, I actually see, as you can see now, there's a chicken house behind me. There's an old one as well. And then also behind me here, that is the abattoir structure. That is the chicken abattoir structure. So like I said, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Hence, the decision to share this thing with you so that we can all look back, go to the comments, go to everything and say, hey, this was the plan, this is how it has turned out. So far so good. I'm excited. So what you see here is the backside of the chicken abattoir. uh it's got like 3 separate rooms. It's got the actual main abattoir itself where we do the processing and everything, and then those other windows that you see on the other side, that's like the cold room. That's where we're gonna, after processing the chickens, we make sure that they stay fresh, they stay refrigerated. And then behind me here, it's not yet clear, but that space there, that's where we actually gonna have our fitting room, our change room. That's where people are gonna, our employees are gonna put on their coats, their gum boots, as a biosecurity measure. They're gonna have a shower. They're gonna have there's a shower, there's a toilet in there as well. So yeah, so as you can see here, this is the back side of the chicken abattoir. Yes, we do have some ventilation here because it does get pretty hot here in Northwest, like I said. So guys, let me know your thoughts. Type your comments right below. Let me know what you want me to share so that I can keep on sharing with you guys the journey and the process. But more than anything, all I really want to do is I want to do a video or videos that will give us a true reflection of how we started, where we come from, and where we currently are. So that's why I decided to give you a step-by-step video. So what you see here behind me, this other window is also still part of the chicken abattoir, but this abattoir is attached to the staff quarters. So as you can see from here, where you don't see the windows, that's actually the staff quarters. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, which is like done pretty much. We just have to plaster it up, and I think the tractor man is done there for the day. So we appreciate. Let me show you also. Behind me here is another piece of land as well, which still belongs to us as well. So we're gonna be planting maize. Still the rainy season here in South Africa. So we're gonna be planting maize there. We're actually gonna also have some rod runners, as we call them here. So we're gonna have some free range chickens as well here. Not a lot, but they're gonna be able to roam around freely in the farm. So also another thing to notice, you can see that cable that you see there. Like I said before, that's a power cable. So one of the most important things that you want to do in a farm is to make sure that you've got power. You've got power, you've got water. When you have those two things, you are then able to have a sustainable farm, because without water and without power, you cannot process your chickens. So as you can see behind me, this is the staff quarter there, and this is a Jojo tank. We call it a Jojo tank, the water tank. So currently we are buying our water, but we are in the process of drilling our own water, and we still have a lot of breaks here because we're still building. We have a lot of breaks here, right here behind me. As you can see, the guys are building there. This is the front side of the chicken abattoir. This abattoir is gonna have a shade. It's also like a requirement that when the chickens come from the fowl run, they get to rest in a shade while they await the processing. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, they need to cool off, they need to chill before we actually take them into the processing abattoir. So yeah, I've got my guys there, my team there. They're working. They're really pushing. They're really pushing. So I believe that in the next 2 weeks, 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have a clear picture. We'll have a clear picture of what's going on here, and you'll be able to have a tour. I'll take you through a tour of the abattoir. I'll go take you through a step-by-step process, show you every piece of equipment, let you know what it is, what it does, and hopefully, uh, when it comes to harvest time, we're gonna do a video as well of how we harvest, how it's done. Obviously, we're not gonna show the killing part of it, but we're gonna show the processing part of things. Yeah, so man, this video is basically me letting you know or showing you the progress of the farm as it stands. We're still gonna plaster the buildings and paint them, so I'm really excited. So I'm next to a tractor. This implements, these things kind of excite me. So at the moment, I do not own a tractor. I'm renting, but like I said, you already know I don't like middlemen. So in the future, uh, we definitely gonna acquire our own equipment, tractors, implements, racks, and all. We're gonna have all of that. And yeah, that's just how you maximize on profits. There's still a lot of things to be done here in the farm. We still need to, as you can see, that's the farm gate. Still okay, functions very well, but we're gonna upgrade the farm gate. We're gonna upgrade the fence. We're gonna do all of those things. Yeah. So I hope you find this video helpful. What I'm gonna request and ask from you guys is, please, 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 please tap the subscribe button. Uh, like, comment, let me know what you think, and let me know if there's a particular video that you want me to record, anything that you'd like to know. But I promise you, I'm going to do the best I can do to make sure that I record a step-by-step process of this farm. I believe that in the next few weeks, this farm is going to be fully functional, and you'll be able to connect the dots and see where we started and where we are. At the end of the day, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Yours truly, Farm Hustler, aka Nkosi. Let's get it.